I can usually tell if a film is a B-movie just by taking a glance at some of its promotional material, be that a poster or a full-blown trailer for the film. And from the first moment I saw Jujitsu, it had B-movie written all over it. This is not necessarily a bad thing, of course. I've seen my fair share of B-movies that turned out decent for what they were. So I was going to give Jujitsu a fair shot. But as I quickly found out while watching the film, some movies just shouldn't be touched, even with a stick. Hi guys, Michael Obayemi here, and today I'm reviewing the new science fiction action film, Jujitsu. The movie opens with a chase between a man and an invisible foe, at the end of which, the man is mortally wounded. He passes out only to wake up later, patched up, but with no memory of who he is or what his mission was. The typical setup for these types of films. The truth is that the film's story barely makes any sense, so I'll try to do my best to cough out a summary. Basically, there's this comet that passes the Earth every 6 years, and when it does, it tears open a portal from which a Jujitsu fighting alien emerges. Yep, you heard that right, a Jujitsu fighting alien. And in true Predator style, the alien will do battle with 9 chosen human warriors, until it is satisfied it has gotten a good fight. And our hero just happens to be one of those 9 warriors, chosen for the alien to do battle with, during its current visits. At least I think that's the basic gist of it. I'm not sure what I was expecting precisely when I decided to watch Jujitsu. Definitely not something that looked like it was shot in someone's backyard though. The effects were just about as good as you'd expect from a B-movie, which is another way of saying not very good. But it was in fact the non-stop action and wooden acting that made it feel like I was watching something made by a bunch of 13-year-olds. After about 30 minutes into the movie, I sincerely felt like I was watching martial arts porn. That's how relentless and over-stylized the fight scenes were. This was made worse by the fact that the editing in between those fight scenes was so choppy that it almost felt like significant portions of the film were missing. But I suspect it is just the story itself that wasn't making any lick of sense. The movie employs a comic book inspired style to smooth out the transitions from scene to scene, but that didn't really help in the way the filmmakers must have imagined they would. The movie's one saving grace then was the inclusion of Nicolas Cage, which in retrospect was probably the only reason why I had wanted to see the movie in the first place. He isn't exactly a stranger to these low-budget action flicks, so he was able to fully embrace the silliness of the role. Plus, you've got to respect an actor that can deliver that much cheesy dialogue with a straight face. If it wasn't apparent already, Jujitsu is a film that is best avoided by anyone other than the most devoted of action junkies. But if you can switch off your brain for an hour and 40 minutes and just revel in all the B-movie glory on display, then you might be able to glean some enjoyment out of it. I'll give the film a 4 out of 10. Are you a fan of B-movies and Nicolas Cage films specifically? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm currently working on a bunch of movie reviews for later this week, so make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of it as soon as it goes up. And until the next one, this is Michael signing off.